have not uploaded a video in a while, and it is because I have been lazy. Just been lazy, just been kind of living life. September has came and went. It's now October, so we're going to do the September financial statements. And this is the last time I'm going to do the whole transactioning and recording the whole stuff that I do in YNAB, because, well, you might be using a different software than I am. So it doesn't really help to see the YNAB thing every month. Unless you do use YNAB, by which you have already kind of become pretty good at it, expert at it, so you don't need me to tell you what to do with it anymore. So going forward, what I will do is probably just review the financial statements with you guys. Okay. So yeah, this will be the last time we do it. The last time last video was making a budget. The first time I made a budget ever in this whole series. I made a budget for September, and if you remember what a budget is, it's an estimate of income and expenditure for a set period of time. And that's what the definition of budget is, and that's what we did for September. Okay, so for this, I already went and got what my income was, or salary minus the taxes, right? So I don't have to do that. But before, it was just an average of these numbers placed right here. And then for the expenses, it was the average of each row of numbers put right there. And then I edited it a little bit because I know sort of what my situation is. Like for transport, it was going to be very small because, I'm not really going anywhere. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do the categorization for the last time. I'm going to start at the bottom as usual and move on up to the top. Go, we're moving on up. Good. I don't know. Did you hear that song? Do you know that song from they're moving on up to the deluxe apartment in the sky? I think it was the Johnsons or something. I don't know. It was some TV show where there was a black family, and they moved to an apartment. They had a nice apartment in the sky, and it was funny because they were black and living in like an apartment, a penthouse or something. I don't know. That's what TV was like in the 2000s, or maybe that was in the 90s. I don't remember. The Discover IT card, right? Remember, that's where we did our whole balance transfer into. This is the minimum payment that I had it set on. So I'm going to go just directly into the debt snowball here and put in 200 for the payment that I made. Okay. And then, well, actually I shouldn't put it there. I'm going to put it in the minimum payment. The minimum payment is 200. And with that, you can see, right? Amazing that the debt-free date has moved up even further. Even closer to today has the debt-free date moved up. Okay, that's pretty darn cool, isn't it? All right, let's go back to this thing. And moving on up, moving up. So this is automatic payment. It's pretty easy. So far, it's been a breeze. YNAB has been, oh geez. There's a lot of transactions here. And there's a lot of cash back because I used that pay yourself back thing. So I got all this cash back. And yeah, I think that approves it as well. So that works. So I got all this cash back and I just, redeemed it. Yeah, all of these things are reimbursable transactions. I'm going to go back to using a particular card for all my work transactions. It just makes it super easy. I don't know even. Oh, I switched because of the cash back, because I go to the hardware store for work a lot. and hardware stores is one of the reimbursement categories that you get extra cash back for. So I got the gym membership. The gym finally opened up. You have to wear a dumb mask when you go, but I got a gym membership again. So signed up for that. And here we have the interest charges. The final, I need to make myself smaller. Jesus. Whatever. Here we have the last of the interest charges that I got refunded. What? Anyway, so these are the last interest charges of the last cycle that happened before this account got completely paid off. So nice. Nice. Okay. So these are all, I wonder if I can do this. Can I do this? No, I can't. It's gonna be transfer, right? I have to do that. I have to click on each one of these and make it so that way. Can I not make it double? Nope. Gotta do it one at a time. One at a time. Aren't you glad this is the last time you're gonna have to watch this? Of course you don't have to watch this. You can just go on to the next video. It's not like this is super necessary or exciting to watch or anything like that. Yeah. Phew, look at all that done. So the fee for this card came this month. It's a subscription. So the budget's gonna be kind of, oh, that was in October. That's not gonna matter. Okay, so that's done. Oh, we have one more to import. And I guess I went to Gordo's again. Yep. All right, let's do this one. So these are also work lunches. I mean, not work lunches, but reimbursable expenses. Okay. Oh yeah, the thing that I gotta do for this is to go into manage payees and damn, automatically or delete all these, because otherwise they're gonna, YNAB's gonna try and be all smart, and I don't want that. I have to do the same thing for this one. I have to select the transaction and click on this thing. All right. Okay. Cool. Since YNAB's been acting up lately, it's been kind of causing me to think about changing the software that I use, because it's getting pretty annoying. Like, one of the accounts don't automatically import. And that's kind of like defeats the whole purpose of the budget, sort of. So, but I'm not gonna switch, most likely, because it's just a lot of effort. At the same time, the only really number that I need is spending per category. But I mean, I'm also of the opinion that since it's working, like, minus the little parts that don't work, no need to change it. This looks incorrect. The balance that I had, I made one purchase here, and the payment that it made was $29, which looks like a minimum payment. So I'm gonna be right back. So I don't really know what happened, but the auto pay settings on this card was set to only pay the minimum payment. So I switched it to pay the full statement balance. It's very interesting that that happens, because remember when we were making this cash flow diagram? Yeah, remember that? Oh, this is not in this video. I forgot to do an in this video for this one. Oh yeah, I do it at the end, that's right. But remember when we were making this, like, yeah, the cash flow diagram. I went in and I logged into every single account and changed the auto pay to statement balance for this stuff. So I don't know if I misclicked or did it wrong. There were a couple other accounts that had the same issue, but that's what happened. So I don't know what was going on. So the one thing that I didn't do, I want to just see what happens here, is that I didn't make the payment for the rest of the balance. Like I didn't make an auto payment of $47.87 for the rest of it. What I'm going to do is just carry it and see what happens. I want to see how the interest gets charged on it. I think there's like a minimum interest charge of $2 or something. So I want to see, like, because I'm making another video on how credit cards work and how the interest works. So this is a good opportunity for me to test or to make sure that I'm like getting that right, because I don't want to be making that video and saying that credit cards work in a certain way and they don't. So it's kind of like a proof test here. So yeah, we'll see that next time. Or I guess I will. I don't know if you will, because I won't be doing this categorizing thing that much anymore. So here's the payment to this thing, 600 into there. That happened. So I'm going to gray this out because that's now set in stone. Those are the payments that have happened. Okay, so interest charge on promotional balances. There's fees. Now reimbursable expenses. That's about it. I think there's got to be a reimbursement that I got somewhere. It's going to be in the staging account. That's right. So let me go down here and let's do this. Let's get all the match transactions out of the way first. Prove it. Interest paid. So there's the interest paid. If we go into the income and tax or cash flows, I'm going to put that there, 0.09, because that's the only interest. That's the only place that interest comes from. This is a payment into the, interesting. That one that I approved was from last month. This is from this month. It didn't get imported into that account. That's weird. Oh, maybe it's because it's delayed. But a day ago, it should have been more than a day ago. Or last attempted day. I don't know, man. YNAB's kind of annoying right now. Okay. This is landlord. This is my rent. It's $50 extra because we did a little cleaning and I chipped in for that. This is my salary. This is the transfer to reimbursable expenses there. Brings that balance down to that amount. At least it should. Yeah. And then I have another one coming soon this month, so that should all be hunky-dory. I don't know why I thought of that. So these are, this is the tax department, right? Tax refund. I got a tax refund of $24 for last year, so that's awesome. I'm going to put this into, what is this? What is this? I guess cash back. Jeez, it is cash back, isn't it? It should really be income. Well, it's not income because it's like it's a tax refund. I'm just gonna call it cash back because I am getting cash back, cash back that I should have had to begin with. I think it's crazy that people get like thousands of dollars, $2,000, $3,000 in tax refunds, and they get happy about it. Like I've gotten big refunds before. I think I've gotten like the max was a $3,000 refund one year. But people get happy about getting refunds back. And I'm like, that's not why you shouldn't be happy about that. That's just your money anyway. It's like, oh yeah, I found this money. Like, no, you didn't. You paid that money extra. Why are you happy about it? It's like if the bully comes and steals your lunch and then he gives it to you like at the end of the day, right? You went hungry for lunch. You didn't have any lunch. You ate like some carrots you found on the floor. And then after school, the bully comes up to you and said, hey, man, here's a part of your lunch. Or, here's a lunch that I didn't eat, right? You had 2 sandwiches in there. Now you have a quarter of a sandwich in there. You can have the quarter of the sandwich back. And then you get all happy, like, yay, the bully, I got my sandwich back. Or I found a sandwich. Doesn't make any sense, does it? That's how people think about tax returns. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. All right, I have finished doing this. So now I'm going to do this. Go to September and put in the cash spending for these accounts. 0 to find out how much credit that was created last month. All right. Okay. All right. So the month is looking pretty good, but let's go ahead and put this into let's put this into the sheet. Oh, I can't believe I've done this. All right, so for September, I'm going to do this and delete all this stuff, start fresh. There we go. All right, so the income, I'm just going to look at the budget and do it. It's easier. And then do the income later. $11.50. Health. $348.97. $281. $165. Oh my God. Insurance. $213.72. I can't really write when people are watching. $15.49. Fees $38.04. Nice. All right, so net income $843. I'm going to go over to the reports. Income versus expenses. We're going to look at September and just verify that. Total, it's $21.77. And that's not what we got right here, so we gotta look at that. Oh, it is what we got over here. Gotta take out the cash flow tracking category. 2215.81. Yep, correct. And then for income, we got 3059.61. So that's right. Move over here now. Where can I be? That's out of the way. You can still see my head. All right, cool. So now we're going to do cash flow statement. This was our net income for the month. carries down on over to here. Now we're going to do liquidations. We still have uncategorized transaction? No. Okay. Cash flow tracking, cash back. No liquidations this month. Cash back in that amount. Okay, financing. We have the debt, new debt that I acquired, which is the sum of the total available here. So total available is 847.72. And then we have debt servicing, which was 2616.62. Right on. And that is the end of that. Net cash flow is still negative, so we are deploying more money out towards the debts than we are taking in. So that's fine. That's still just perfectly all right. So now let's do the balance sheet. Again, the balance sheet is pretty easy. Just insert a thing there, put today's date, and just go down the list and write things in. I have a lot of cash on hand. It's almost like a second emergency fund almost. And Ally savings account. I don't know what I got in there. I would have to go and look at it, but yeah, actually give me a second to go do that. I'm going to go look at it. Yeah, so all that's there, right, is the emergency fund, nothing else. It has been gaining like a little bit of interest. The banks have been decreasing their APYs, their yield, so now everybody's freaking out in the personal finance space. They're all like, oh my God, should I change banks? And then they look at all the other banks and it's all the same stuff, so it's like it doesn't really matter. So instead of earning like $2, you now earn $1.70. So yeah, I guess that's how a certain group of people feel about how much money they earn in compared to other groups. I want to go over there today. $97.90.75. 0. All right, so total here is negative 13 whatever, and the net worth has jumped by just over $1,100, or just under $1,100 to $4,997.98, below zero. That's where we're at. So we're getting there pretty quickly. A few more months and net worth is going to be in positive territory. So that's nice. I have a lot of cash. Probably more than I need. So I could use this opportunity here to deploy some of this. One thing that I could do is completely wipe out this right here and just set that to the statement balance, auto pay the statement balance, and be done with that. And then all I would have left is this account right here. I could do that. You know, it's possible. Because I don't need this much cash sitting around. I really don't. It's not necessary. I have a lot of, like, this is my emergency fund, and I have more cash in my pocket than I do in my emergency fund. So effectively, my emergency fund is doubled in size because I'm not really walking around using the cash to pay for stuff. So I could just take some of this, because all the big expenses that come out of the checking account um, are paid at the beginning of the month. So I could take I could take 3,000 and sort of distribute it over somewhere else. The other thing I could do is take some of this and double the size of that, or move somehow creatively the cash over there. But it's kind of nice to have cash just sitting there, in case society collapses and cash becomes really, really king. People always say that. I don't know how true it is, but I don't need it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and set this to auto pay the statement balance. So the next month, what's going to happen is that's just going to be gone. So you just move that over here. It's not in the right position because the other Hilton cards are over there, but that's what's happening with that. And this I'm going to move over here, and this is going to be so I want to calculate how much I'm going to pay into this, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to be whatever amount is going to cause it to be done in a year, and that way I don't have to think about it anymore. So let's go over there. So for October, I'll just pay that, right? And now I want to see here what amount. Well, I'm going to go over to the budget and do this. Or I'm going to look at the balance sheet. What am I doing? I don't need to use this thing right now. So actually, I do want to count. I'm going to go count how many. I'm going to go count how many months we have left. So October, 1 month, and then up until September is when the promo APR runs out, right? That's when it goes up, jumps up. The balance transfer, the 0% is done. And that is in 12 months. So I'm going to make 12 payments into this thing to get it to 0. So if we take the balance that it's currently at, which is 9790.75, and we divide it by 12, we get $816. So what I'm going to do is set this at $816 a month, and this is now something that basically I'm not going to worry about. I'm not going to touch it. And actually, this should really be in the debt series, a 3.0 series. So I'm going to make a separate video on this. I'm going to end this one here and pick up on this in the next video, because I want to wrap up that debt section, and that's going to be one of the last videos in the debt section, because there's nothing else to it, really. There's nothing else to it. We've built the machinery to get out of debt. And even though we're still in debt, you can, once I set this up, I can go to sleep and I'll be out of debt in 12 months. Well, not really literally go to sleep, but just go through life unconscious, right? Just put myself on autopilot. Then the debt will be gone and there's no worry about it. So I'm going to end this one here. We did the income and cash flows. We got the net income for the month. We got the net cash flow for the month. We didn't do anything with the savings ledger. Emergency fund, I guess I could put it at 4,000, but the money's technically not there. Because pocket money, it's called pocket money. That's the thing. It's just an accounting thing. It's not like it's any different, but that's where it is. And then I'm going to go and put this on auto pay statement balance. So that's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to do for now. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. And I'm going to try and be less lazy. and make some more videos. The next video series that I'm like the module that we're gonna start is the financial foundation. And there's so much to go over in that one. That's gonna be like a big module. Starting with protection. Protection's a big section. There's so much to go over in that. So we're gonna do it piece by piece. And I have actually a really good idea for it, which should also be really entertaining to do. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have fun with it. Well, I'm gonna have fun with it, and it's gonna start being more social. I want to invite people who are like experts in their particular field of protection, like estate planning. Have them on and explain what is an estate plan, because that's kind of like where the limit of my knowledge. Like I get what the basic idea of these things are, but I can't explain all the intricacies about it. So I'd rather have somebody who really knows what the heck they're talking about when it comes to estate planning, disability insurance, life insurance, and all this other kinds of stuff. They can come in and talk about it, and that would be pretty fun. So that's it. See you later, guys. Take it easy. I'm gonna go have dinner now. Bye bye.